Hello and welcome back to a new video. I'm going to continue the matchup series today. I'm going to show you different matchups in this series with this Mortar bait deck specifically right now because I think it's one of the greatest. So today we're going to look at the matchup where we're facing the Dart Goblin. To be honest, for me it's kind of difficult just because we do not really have a nice option against the Dart Goblin. We do not have a lock, we have the Barbarian Barrel, and of course we do not have like Divines, for example, which would also be a really nice counter. But let's see how I won that, and let's focus on the most important things here. So if you have any other questions, just put them all in the comments. I'd be happy to answer, and leave a like and follow if you enjoyed this content and want to see more. I'm posting daily on here. Alright, so we have a nice starting hand. We're gonna go immediately for the Barbarian Barrel. I do not know and at this point what he's running, but I do have kind of an idea already. So I'm gonna be saving my Musketeer right here because I think like he's running something with Mortar probably, so I want to save that. But I see I do not have a great cycle here. I'm gonna go for my Musketeer just to take no damage from the Skeleton Barrel. Because in this matchup, really important, you want to take the least amount of skeleton damage, because this is the damage that will get you the win at the end of the game. I'm gonna go immediately here on the left side, because I know his Dart Goblin is out of cycle. Not his Dart Goblin, his minions are out of cycle. He just played them on my Mortar, so now I know the minions are the best counter against the Skeleton Barrel, because they will deal with it completely free. If you place them correctly in front, you will get 0 damage on your tower, and the minions even will survive, all with 1 HP, but they will survive and create like a counter push if you support it. Right there, it even forced out the knight. We had a nice connection with the Mortar on the what is it called, on the Dart Goblin at the middle, and right there on the right, really nice pressure with the knight here. We placed the knight so the minions would get more value. Otherwise you could just kite them with the skeletons and there would be no other value, and right there we forced out 1+ elixir. Alright, so he's gonna go for his Mortar. We just go for the defensive Mortar here as well. I notice he's trying to support that, so I go for my Musketeer here. We force out the Barbarian Barrel as well. So I now know we gotta go aggressive with my Skeleton Barrel. Hopefully we're gonna go there. Nice Mortar doing absolutely nothing. That's crazy. I was thinking I would go for the Skeleton Barrel opposite, like at the outside tile, and then go for the Barbarian Barrel. But then I noticed I kind of need the Barbarian Barrel. And then I just decided I would just go for the Skellies. Maybe distracting 1 or 2, what is it called? The Dart Goblin shots. There we're just gonna support here because he just used his Fireball. Really important, guys. Him using the Fireball on my Evolution Skeleton Barrel means we can go for like a fat defense next to my Mortar. Right here he's going for Fireball. Now we know, because when we go for the Musketeer and the Mortar next to each other, he can just get a crazy Fireball value. Opposite way around too. If he goes for the Dart Goblin and the Mortar next to each other, you go for the Fireball. That's a great value. And so I know that I can now go for the Musketeer next to it, which is always going to be nice value. Maybe should have, if I popped the ability right here, I think this would have been crazy value. I think my Mortar would have survived that. That could have been a crazy play, but I don't think about that, to be honest. Yeah, it's first season with this deck specifically, so there will be some things we can improve next. So let's see, I'm just gonna go for my knight here, and then I see, oh, nice Fireball value. I'm not gonna take it. Yeah, I'm gonna take it pretty late. Should have gone immediately for it, but I think I was already placing different cards. But yes, we're gonna go for the minions again on the right side. I think I go even for the ability. Maybe it was a bit aggressive, could have saved my minions there. But to be honest, doesn't really matter that much. And the Dart Goblin goes to the other side, which is really nice. I go for my Skelly slow. This counters the Dart Goblin completely. Pretty nice. And then I go again for the Musketeer here. I notice him fireballing the Musketeer gives us quite, like, it gets the tower damage, but in opposite, he is using a lot more elixir than I am, and him using the Fireball makes his like pushes with the Mortar less aggressive. So I know now again he has no Fireball. We can get more value from the minions, and I'd say that's an alright trade we can do. Here I even go for my Mortar, I think, aggressively, yes. Again I will go for the Musketeer here. Gonna be a really nice Musketeer. Gonna get 0 damage on tower. And the Musketeer survives as well, which is the thing I wanted to look. Him going for so many fireballs, he's pretty low on elixir right now too. Gonna go again here, and we're gonna get a nice mortar connection. Also gonna go for the turret here just to clean up the minions. Maybe could have saved it too. But I'd say there's always, in any matchup, there are like many different ways on how to deal with it. I'm gonna distract here the mortar for a second with the skellies just to take like the first shot on my mortar. Not the first shot on my mortar. And there I also go, yeah, maybe this Musketeer was a bit too much. I think it's alright. We went here right there for the fireball on the evolution mortar and the dart goblin, what I said earlier. Pretty bad skeleton barrel from him to be honest. And we got some really nice damage on the right with our mortar which connected. Gonna again go for my skeleton barrel, and yeah, it's gonna force out the fireball on the left side, which is pretty nice. And gonna even get a chip shot here. I will again just go for my skeletons and then go for my minions. Gonna go for my Musketeer really quickly because I thought for a second my skeleton would die immediately, but I think we're right. So gonna again go for the fireball just because I think it's always a nice trait to if you're able to fireball the dart goblin and the mortar combined. Gonna go real quick for my evolution mortar just because I know we gotta take out the evolution skeleton barrel. You cannot take the death damage right there. Gonna continue pressuring. I just see him using his mortar, so I know he has to fireball it either way, or he gets a lot of damage on the tower. Gonna go for my Musketeer again. Then I see again great fireball value. Probably gonna take it. Yes, pretty nice fireball. We are gonna get one shot here on our tower, but it is totally fine. Every time he's going for the mortar aggressively, we have pretty nice answers for that with the minions and the Musketeer. And he has nothing on defense against his and against our skeleton barrel. It will get every time the death damage. And right now I'd say the death damage won us the game, to be honest. We got, I think, one evolution. No, the evolutions, he always fireballed them, but the normal ones, I think we got like 2 or 3 on the tower. And that's at the end of the game, Jesus Christ. This is going to be the deciding damage, which is going to give us, because I think it's like the normal tower does, what does it? Like 212, yeah, we got like 3 connections or more or something like that on the tower. And he only got like 1 or 2 fireballs on our. So that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If you have still any questions or anything in particular you want to see, just put it all in the comments. I'd be happy to answer. And of course, guys, I'm not the perfect player. Guys, if you have any tips for me, you think you would have done different and maybe would have gotten a better outcome, just put them all in the comments. I'd be happy. And I will see you in the next video tomorrow.